County judge canceled court for the day in the ongoing YSL racketeering trial as she considers declaring a mistrial. This comes after another misstep in court yesterday by prosecutors.
I'm told defense attorneys here are possibly talking with District Attorney Fani Willis for potential plea deals.
We're at a dramatic inflection point, and I personally believe we've seen the last day of trial in YSL.
The Young Thug YSL mistrial situation is extremely disturbing, as the trial is delayed until further notice after a report of confirmed no court tomorrow in the YSL Young Thug trial. It appears plea negotiations are ongoing. The plan for now is Monday at 9 a.m. Now, this came right after reports of developing. According to multiple sources, the defense team of the YSL case is currently meeting with Fani Willis at the DA office. Are they discussing deals? As Young Thug's release from jail is pretty clear, but how did we even get to this point is concerning, and allow me to explain. It all started out with, and I quote, rapper Slime Life Shawty was once signed to Lil Durk's label. Recently, he took the stand in the YSL RICO trial and admitted that he and others treated YSL like a gang.
Outside of the music, is YSL a gang?
You said outside of the music?
Yes, sir.
Some people treat it like that.
What do you treat it as?
I treated it that way before.
You treated it as a gang before?
Yeah.
When did you stop treating it as a gang?
I don't know. I don't remember. I don't know.
You just don't know. And when you say you treated it as a gang, what do you mean? How old were you when you joined YSL, the gang?
Can you tell me what you mean by like join? Like, are you talking about?
What would you consider joining?
I'm saying, like, do you mean join like, cause you know, like to get in the gang, you join the gang, like you get up or something like that.
How did you become a member of YSL?
My music got popping and I became a known face in my neighborhood.
This is nothing new in the slightest. Whether YSL is a gang or not does not matter. The judge has stated this already. All she wants to hear is physical evidence of them doing anything illegal. As the judge said, who even cares? We want to see if they did anything illegal. This made prosecutors extremely angry, which obviously created an argument in court. It would then be announced, this is the most preposterous thing I've ever heard in the YSL trial. Judge says, what I'm trying to do is fix your sloppiness so that no one have wasted 10 to 12 months of their lives in this trial.
Trying to do is fix your sloppiness so that everybody won't have wasted, 10, 12 months of their lives in this trial.
Yeah, we can come up with this.
Okay, do it now.
The judge really messed up right here, announcing that she is trying to fix the prosecutor's sloppiness, which is something she is obviously not allowed to do. This immediately got the lawyers angry on Young Thug's side, as the judge is basically admitting to teaming up with the state prosecutors. They would end up demanding a mistrial. It would then be announced, whoa, the judge makes it clear there is no chance of a mistrial with prejudice, but she leaves the possibility open for a mistrial without prejudice. Nicole says that she's good with that at this stage, and the rest of the lawyers are seeing if they agree.
So are you asking, what kind of a mistrial are you asking for?
Your Honor, I believe that we were goaded into the mistrial.
Okay, well, I do not believe that, because if you had seen Miss Hilton's face when that came out of the witness's mouth, she was appalled. And I do not believe that they are purposefully trying to insert error into this trial to make y'all ask for a mistrial so that they can try this case again. I think it is continued, and I am sorry. Y'all have, this gigantic, ginormous universe of evidence that maybe if you narrowed down, you would not be making these kinds of mistakes. But I believe that to be a mistake.
Your Honor,
so I'm going to deny a motion for a mistrial with prejudice. That one, I don't believe that the facts bear out. Would you like a mistrial without prejudice?
This has got to be one of the most confusing things all time. The judge says there is no mistrial, but then moments later says that there's a possibility, feeling awfully similar to what Boosie said about YNW Melly, when he said when the feds want you, they'll do anything and find ways to just keep you, even if it doesn't make sense.
Now they're putting even more charges on them, and then
when they want you, they want you. I knew they wanted them bad when they waited for that law to get passed. They waited all the way.
Penalty.
So it'd be 8-4.
Oh, right. Yeah.
You know, they waited all the way till that law got passed to take him to trial.
Yeah, he was in jail for what, 2 years, 3 years?
Yeah, they could have been took you to trial.
You're right.
They waited till that law got passed and took him to trial a couple months later. When they want you, man. Just don't see how he didn't get a bond after a fucking mistrial.
Yeah.
That made me like, God damn.
Yeah.
Like, after a mistrial, that doesn't happen, really.
Deals will be starting after the prosecutor lost all of their witnesses in this trial. This is great news for Young Thug, as it would be reported a sanction in the YSL trial. The judge struck all testimony from a retired gang officer who said on the stand that a defendant was in and out of jail. He also can't testify again. You can tell from the DA nearly begging her to reconsider that this is not good for them.
I am finding that this was not intentionally elicited on the part of the state. However, I also am finding that this witness as a law enforcement officer should have known better than to make any mention of it. It is, however, significant that one of the charges against Mr. Kendrick in this indictment is that he is a convicted felon. Were it not for that, I would grant the mistrial motion. But given that this jury already knows that he's been convicted and is a convicted felon anyway, even without this testimony, I don't think that a mistrial is warranted. I am, however, going to give a curative instruction and as a sanction for this having occurred, that's the end of the testimony from this witness. There's going to be no more testimony from him. So
this would end up being massive news for Young Thug. As the judge stated, she would grant a mistrial, but the jury already knows he's a convicted felon. Well, this is why the state is now pausing the YSL RICO trial, because the jury isn't actually supposed to know he's a convicted felon. This is not legal in the court of law, which is going to be leading into Young Thug getting released. A tweet would then share, the judge says she would have granted the mistrial motion, but because of one of Yak's charges has him being a convicted felon already, the damage is limited. However, she does rule a sanction, meaning the state can no longer question their witness. This does mean the witness can't provide any more evidence against Young Thug and YSL members, but it doesn't even matter anymore. Charleston White would end up getting a reaction out of this. He would end up saying that Young Thug will never be released, and that they're always going to be finding a way to keep him inside a prison, because what just happened to him is extremely illegal.
Thug won't out, he ain't even been gone 2 months yet. I'm almost willing to bet. I'm almost willing to bet with any rapper, if they keep Young Thug locked up 6 more months in the conditions he in, he'll tell to get out of jail too. They keep him 6 more months, locked up in them conditions like that there, he'll tell to get out of jail too. Yeah, I tell you ain't never, man, God ain't gonna never let you out of prison. Cause he wasn't talking like another is talking. Yeah, boy, after 30 years, that got that bald spot. He got all them gray whiskers up under his beard. That used to be my color. That light yellow now, because he don't get a lot of sunlight. Yeah.
As what happened next in court would also typically end in a mistrial itself, which is what got the attention of the state to investigate the YSL trial. The prosecutors would bring Quindarius Zachary to the stand. He would end up opening his statement in a RICO trial by hitting on an attractive investigator and asks her to be the one to supervise him at his hotel.
For you to whichever hotel this is, they end up putting. Can it be what? I don't know whether it's going to be that particular investigator or not. It might be, it might not be. It's not going to be up to me.
As the judge is laughing at the beginning, showing that she's not really that professional, however, she would end up taking it a lot more serious moments later. It would be reported, Quindarius Zachary says he no longer wants his lawyer because he feels like he is working for them, the state. He said he doesn't think he needs a lawyer at all, and he'll be back on Monday without one.
You don't want that lawyer anymore. All right, well, let me say this. When you come back on Monday, it may be that you want a lawyer. You don't feel like you need any kind of lawyer whatsoever. So what if things change on Monday? All right.
This is where the judge would finally have enough of the prosecutor witness, kicking him off of the stand, telling him to get lost. This trial day, however, was a prosecutor witness day, meaning the state had to bring witnesses to the stand all day to provide evidence against Young Thug. However, the only person they brought was Quindarius Zachary, and he lasted 20 minutes. The judge would end up screaming at the prosecutors, saying that you need witnesses.
One of the things I wanted to inquire of one of our investigators about their efforts to secure one of the witnesses and the difficulty that we have had with respect to that witness. I expect that witness will be coming in. It's the one that we've been discussing, but I think it's pertinent information.
Not right now. And frankly, it doesn't matter if you have a particular witness. What you have been instructed is to have enough witnesses to fill the day. Okay? So if one witness is difficult, then you need to have another one lined up. Let's get the jury, please.
This is then when it would be reported, breaking news, Fani Willis has sent attorney Adam down to the YSL RICO trial to fill in for DA Love's seat as the first chair, as she did something unspeakable inside of the courtroom. The YSL trial was starting to get investigated for case corruption and what DA Love said about Young Thug. For context, Prosecutor Love was alleging that Young Thug chases money in an illegal way due to the type of man that Young Thug is.
What suggests that he is doing anything illegal by chasing that money?
Your Honor.
Isn't that what pretty much all of us who aren't independently wealthy have to do every day of our lives?
Your Honor, I'm not saying that it is with certainty that this is what he is saying. What I'm saying is that it is evidence that tends to, or that has a tendency to make a portion of our assertions or our allegations in the indictment true to the extent that it is relevant that he made or said that, made that statement on that posting. He is representing YSL. He is.
I mean, obviously, you know, it's all over his body, but how is the post, the language representing YSL?
As this even made the judge react, saying, what suggests that he's doing anything illegal by chasing that money? Isn't that something that we all do? As throughout the argument, DA Love was hinting towards the type of man Young Thug is, chases money in an illegal way, as it really felt like she was hinting towards Young Thug's color of skin, as well as the people that he hangs around with. But this is where Young Thug's lawyer was keeping evidence in his back pocket to make Young Thug look absolutely perfect to the jury. As it was reported, gang member on a wiretap complaining that Young Thug is the richest man in Atlanta, Georgia, but he refuses to put money back into the street, confirming that Young Thug chases money in a legal way, and he doesn't even put his money in any illegal situations because he doesn't want to risk anything.
We was just talking about we was just really talking about Spider, like how Charlotte got all these goddamn paper, but really letting these folks really just get the really ups on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no way, bro. Like just being real, bro. Ain't no young his age. Charlotte the richest young in Atlanta, Georgia, bro. Ain't you having more money than Charlotte, bro? Yeah. Nah, he age. No. Like, come on, bro. Ain't having that much more money than Charlotte, bro. Charlotte supposed to be having shit. Charlotte supposed to be clean shit up, bro. Like, no, man. Charlotte supposed to be clean shit up, bro.
But like you just look, just see how it is now. Like, and they got some corny him, bro. When we was around him, bro, like, you know, we still gonna do. You know what I'm saying? We still gonna do it anyway. But like,
yeah,
you feel me? Like, man, damn,
shit ain't right though.